Alright, so here's what Mitzi looks like after her eyes were taken apart and cleaned. And new cylinders were put in the eyes. Even though maybe one of them might have worked, we decided to put in brand new cylinders for both eyes and ears, even though one of them worked. Still, if you get it this far apart, you really should just go ahead and replace these little cylinders, because these will go bad. Even if one works today, if it's on its last legs, it might not work next year. So those cylinders should make the eyes and the ears work now for another 5 years. And it's all nice and clean in there, just like it should be, and she's ready for a new mask. Meanwhile, Fatz is still not clean. He's still got sea sludge all over his eyes and mechanisms, and he of course also needs his air cylinders for his eyes changed. Meanwhile, Billy Bob has been cleaned up, but we haven't changed the cylinders yet, right?
Correct.
Okay, so his air cylinders for his eyes still need to be changed, but the eyelids are all clean, got the sludge off of that, and we're ready to replace his eyelid cylinders. Not his eyelid cylinders, those are probably okay. His eye turn cylinders. And then put a new mask on him. Alright, and then the mechanism that you're working on right now is the guitar mechanism, right?
Yep, just did that.
Just got finished. Okay, so we put a new cylinder in here.
Correct.
Because that cylinder was sloppy and wallowed out. And what'd you have to do to this bar?
It was just the threads on the end of the cylinder were messed up.
Okay, so...
But that changed out when the cylinder changed.
Okay, so we replaced the cylinder, we were able to screw that back together. And then this nut that holds this on, does that need Loctite, or is that just pressed on there?
It was just screwed on there. I didn't feel like it had anything on it.
Do we need to put something on it to keep it from falling apart?
We could put blue Loctite on it. It'd be okay.
Okay, now what about this rod underneath here? That's for guiding.
Yeah, I think that just lays there and it probably keeps the hand from rotating.
Okay.
I don't think it does much.
Does it get... Okay, I see this got some set pins on the bottom.
Yeah, it's just a fixed thing.
Okay.
Like a curtain rod, kind of.
Uh-huh. All right. So the guitar slide handle worked again. What else today did you do, if anything?
I think that was everything. Just cleaning took like the first hour, just figuring out how to clean it.
Okay. All right, good. So we have Fatz next and Looney Bird next.
And which one was it that had the crack in the shoulder? Was that Fatz?
In the shoulder mechanism.
In that tubing, or the square tubing plugged together, there was a cracked weld. I can't remember if that was Fatz or Billy Bob.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and check my notes.
I think Billy Bob needed something on his shoulder too, though, on the guitar side. I mean, on his right side shoulder. Where that square tubing fits into the socket there.
Yeah.
It was loose, I think.
Yeah, we have a couple of loose pins. We've got this one here, and yeah. Okay, so that's wallowed out. So we're going to have to rebuild that whole arm, shoulder assembly. Now, this is Fatz's left arm, and it's just everything's wallowed out. That's the pillow block at the top.
Looks like the bushing's gone.
Yeah, the bushing's
missing
bushing, and then I wouldn't be surprised. Is that all right there? That might be okay there.
It's got a little slack in it.
Okay, and we see a crack in this
on this
aluminum
face, on the weld.
I see it right there. See that crack right there?
I don't know if that's a crack, but I know that's a crack because like when I strain it, it opens up. See, it runs right through there, and then around there like that, and then down over here.
Okay, so that's a crack, and then where's the and then this is the loose one down here.
And then that's loose down there. You can, when I take the slack off that, I can just wiggle it all over the place.
And that should be really tight, but it's wallowed out from from being loose and...
If we can find a bushing, well, we can drill it oversized and put a bushing through it.
Okay.
A sleeve, bronze sleeve.
Did you? What was it?
One of those double ones you said you thought you had somewhere?
Yeah. Where'd you find it?
In that box across the walkway from the up behind you when you're standing at the vise.
Oh, okay.
There was only one in the whole box. And it went on there so tight it's never coming off.
Great.
Right here?
Yeah, that's it.
I couldn't get the second half in on any further than that, but it ain't coming off. That took like 150 pounds to put it on that side. It's bugging me seeing this big ratty looking mess here.
Yeah, and let me review what that looked like back there.
That's one that's got the holes in it, and these bolts are probably backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to double check that with the show inside?
Well, I think it's got to be what it is.
Well, okay. That's what you think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, I'd like to double check.
I mean, that's got to be changed either way, right?
Yeah. It'd be nice to know for sure if your guess is correct.
And see, they've even got washers under it, which is making the problem worse.
Yeah.
The back of the sleeve and the back of this cylinder is just totally walled out. You can see it just comes right out in my hand. It's the little eyeball bearing that's supposed to not come out.
Yeah. It just got beat out.
Yeah, just too much.
Too high of pressure.
Around. Oh,
so have you found a replacement cylinder yet, or is that on the to-do list?
On the to-do list.
Okay.
I've seen quite a few of these fatter ones downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't have any trouble finding it.
I guess the problem would be getting this Allen screw out without stripping it. Oh, wow. I guess I better mark the hoses and get the hoses off next. Boy, it's really locked in there. There we go. You can see how beat up it is there.
Yeah.
It's really beat up back here on the back. Like, ooh, this has been hitting repeatedly. You can see all that chewed up surface there?
Yeah. Okay. Let me get a shot of that cylinder before you go. Let's see, you got it all beat up on the outside. Let's see that other side where it was scraping. Right there. Yeah.
Bearing all completely fallen out.
Oh, the bearing fell out.
On this end.
Oh, okay.
That was the main problem.
That's the main problem. And all the rest, you could almost continue using that cylinder.
Almost.
It's not going to bust through, but with the bearing gone, it's pretty much shot.
The seals seem okay.
Yeah. It's probably still wouldn't be too bad of a cylinder, but you know what?
You could change the back plate on it.
Yeah, change the back plate.
Another one.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to fix it, but the best way is to go get a brand new one. Did you find your cylinder?
Not only did I find the cylinder, I found a brand new rod end and put the old nut on it.
Oh.
Now I'm just trying to get these fittings out.
Alrighty.
Now, if I get the other one out, I'll be in
Judging by the vocalization, I would say they were difficult to remove.
Monster torque, and I think they're corroded in.
Ah, corroded.
We'll see if this one comes out or if it just... I don't think that one's coming out. I may have to go hunt for a new one of those. No, that one's in there forever.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's going to be in there forever.
And it won't come out without rounding it off?
Well, you can't get anything on there but an open-end wrench because of the fitting.
Okay, let me try it.
I guess I could try taking the fitting off. That would be the other, maybe that's the smart way to do it. That way you can get a socket on it.
There you go.
I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. That makes kind of sense, doesn't it?
Well, depends on if you're trying to do it right.
Or if you're just trying to jackleg it, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to think about which we're trying to do, right?
But this is all the stuff they definitely do not want to do. We're on the road. They're on the road and they're going to a carnival. You get it?
Yeah.
Look at there, you did it.
Socket wrench did the trick.
See? You know what really did the trick? Me
Aaron-
telling you I was
Aaron-
going to try it.
Aaron coming out and telling me how to do it.
No, I was going to do it. And you couldn't stand to see me do it if you couldn't do it. That's what the problem was.
I figured you could figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and once you knew that I would figure it out, you decided you could figure it out.
I couldn't give up.
Yeah. It's just like when somebody invents something, like the iPhone.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, oh yeah, we could invent that.
Yeah.
So that's how the Android came about. Oh yeah, we could have invented that. Nobody told us to build that.
A lot of inventions have worked like that.
Yeah, there's no problem with that. It's just like John Lennon always said, there's nothing you can do that can't be done.
Yeah.
I always loved his logic.
My dad had a saying that everything that was invented, somebody had to build it. So what was the sense of looking at something and saying, I don't know how to do that?
Somebody had to figure it out, so
Yeah.
obviously it can be done.
Yeah, that's right. If somebody else did it, you can do it. Yeah, I'll have to figure out which way those face.
Nobody's ever built a Rock-afire explosion like we have, or anything similar, for some reason. So I'm challenging my fans. Somebody's got to build a great animatronic rock show.
You can put that one in file 13, I suppose,
Yeah.
or save it for scraps.
You don't want to salvage. Is the what do you call that thing?
Yeah, you can take the back plate off probably and salvage it.
The back plate. No.
That cap, it would have the other, but you'd have to have a good one that had the other part busted. You know, make one good
Yeah,
one.
you mean salvage the cylinder?
Yeah. If you had another one that had something wrong up here, you could take its back plate off and put here.
I think I will hold a contest and let somebody win this.